Okay, we'll come back to bars and bar ranges. All of the bar indicators right here apply to the diagnostic bars only. So the timer, the sizer, the range, the velocity, those all apply just to the diagnostic bars. So choppy market warning is a separate indicator that requires a separate data feed subscription. So we'll come back to that one as well. But it's basically what I won't even go into it right now, but it'll be in a different video. It does require additional data feed subscriptions to use because it ties in implied volatility. Color time regions is a helpful indicator just for actually separating out times and coloring them out on your charts. And current price will actually just plot the current price for you. Deviation will give you the lower deviation indicator. Deviation levels will actually plot the different levels on the chart automatically, current and historical. EMA is just a simple EMA. It's a method we use sometimes for trailing stops, and it plots in a square pattern, makes it very, very simple to use. EMA stands for exponential moving average. Expected range will actually tell you what the expected range is for any given period of time that you choose, whether it be 1 minute, 60 minutes, or an entire day. And it'll tell you whether or not it's exceeded those expectations, provide alerts, and draw channels on the chart to represent it. The old expected range, which we will be phasing out, just has a bar and an arrow. It will only tell you when the expected range has been broken within the period, but not when it's been hit several times. Also, it provides no alerts and does not allow for any customization of time, meaning you can't set it on, to start at a certain time and end at a certain time to get odd hours on like 2-hour time frames. Channels, basically the same thing as range except for individually just draws the channels, but again has no features built into it for customization. So we'll be fading those out. That's why they say classic on them. The expected volume indicator will tell you the amount of volume to expect on any given amount of time, allows customization, allows for alerts, and will also show you when volume has exceeded expectations. MVP is called it's momentum volatility predictor. It's basically a trending indicator, and it ties in basically 3 or 4 indicators together. Actually, I think it's like 5 different things together, just to try to define the trend. It can be a very, very helpful trailing stop. It can also be a filter to filter out choppiness, and it can even be a strategy to stand on its own 2 legs. As a reminder, if you're using Boomerang, you're basically using expected range and expected volume. MVP confluence beta. This will actually let you look at the MVP trending values on multiple time frames simultaneously without having to load multiple data series. And so you could look at 1, 2, 3, and 4 minute, or you could look at 10, 15, 30, and 60 minutes in one simple indicator without having to load multiple time series. The apex pattern will actually plot the pattern on time-based or diagnostic-based charts for you automatically. The pattern with the scanner, this uses the old classic method of the apex pattern where we actually used to get in on the E bar, okay? And we had to stop like 1 tick below the P, and so there's some variances. Unless you've been with us for a long time, and I mean like over 2 to 3 years, I would not recommend using the scanner. It will confuse you because the numbers won't line up to how we teach you to trade the apex pattern, okay? So to stick with apex pattern, not apex pattern with scanner. Price alert, very simple. It's simply a line you can put on a chart. You can drag and drop it, and it will alert you. It'll make a noise, a doorbell, when the price has been hit. Price level tool. You can use this to plot, highs, lows, magnet prices. You can use this to plot. I know some traders actually use it to plot their binary strikes for the day, for the week, for the hour, whatever. And you can save the templates and do a lot of customization in it. Risk reward. It's a pretty complicated indicator, but it's just a way to sort of like measure risk and reward on an entry and exit price. We don't use it a whole lot. So RSI, it's pretty simple. It's just RSI. It's a good tool that can often be used for divergence and scalping, as long as you have other things that confirm the RSI. And nothing special about it, just sort of the way we set it up. Spike Striker, this will actually go in and show you when there's been high volume spikes that were, the setting is based on The volume spike is double that of volume on either side, and it will provide alerts at different deviation levels for you. The toolbar shortcut allows you to simply and easily draw different indicators. Drawings like lines, rectangles, circles, arrows, add text, things like that to a chart for marking it up, for measuring things. The most useful one to me is the ruler. So you can simply add that to any chart. We have it on all of our templates. The volatile trend line. This is the pre-MVP indicator. It works really well, but it can give some false signals pretty easy. The MVP actually uses, one of the things it uses is this old volatile trend line, but it uses a couple things to require to happen before it allows it to flip back and forth. And it's basically, think of a moving average that can move not just in one direction, like all moving averages are smooth. They move up or they move down. This thing can move up and down pretty quick to adjust to the market, and that, again, is built and improved upon in the MVP indicator. And then this is just the classic volume spike indicator. This will just basically put like a diamond on your volume chart. Really not a need for it anymore, but if you want it. But some people will do is they'll use the spike striker model, but then they'll, like the template that we have, and then they'll add this volume spike indicator right here. They'll add it to the sub data series there. So really no need to use it unless you just are used to it from a long time ago. The best thing you can use is the spike striker. It's automated, it gives alerts, and it's visual. It shows you a lot more. It's a lot easier to pay attention to. All right, okay, that is a summary of what is included, and then we'll go through step by step each one of these different tools.